Hello and welcome to another podcast that I'm doing, and today I'm joined by a good friend of mine,
Russell Coyd. Hello.
And I thought I needed to bring my mate round because there's someone else that's frankly an absolute geek like me, and I thought he would be the perfect bill for it. And with today there was a small little independent little film that came out.
Just a tiny little trailer. It's not like we've been looking forward to it for the last God knows how long since they released that first image.
Yes, oh yeah, I remember that. It was Comic-Con, wasn't it?
It was Comic-Con. It was just...
Was it underwater or something?
Just the name.
Was it not a concept image? I thought it was a concept art. Was it not?
Something. There
was clips as well, was it not? Of like TIE fighters. Was it not?
I remember them certainly not being very much to the...
Oh right, I thought there was. I thought there was something. I can't remember. Today we're going to review kind of the trailer that came out, basically kind of talking about the big points that we felt.
Oh yeah.
That we to talk about. And the first image we like to talk about that I personally believe. I think this is Yavin 4.
I think it's Yavin 4 as well. I mean, the architecture is very similar.
Yeah.
Thinking back to that faithful, very first ever Star Wars film, most of us will have seen the Millennium Falcon coming into land on Yavin 4. We see the almost Aztec architecture with the vines all over it, and I think what you can see in the background behind that X-Wing is one of the doors for the hangar bays on Yavin 4. It certainly looks like it.
Can I just say actually what I really liked about this bit was see the guy there with the white helmet, like actually like the proper like from episode 4.
Oh yeah, I mean you've got what we can see from this image. I can see pilot uniform.
Oh, there's the wee little remember the wee cars?
No, yeah,
we've
got the pilot uniform just in here. We've got the classic. Obviously, in Force Awakens, we had an updated pilot uniform, but that's looking very classic to me.
Yeah, I liked it.
Helmet's very sleek. And do you know what I really like about it? It's very traditional. You can get a sense that that's all actually there.
Oh yeah. I must have I like that Disney's kind of kept that, I must say, and brought that back. And you got that from Force Awakens. I felt was the actual sets.
No,
and you missed that with what George Lucas brought in the prequels. It was
which we shall not speak of. Here we are.
We've got our first kind of images of Felicity Jones. Her name, bear with, Jyn Erso.
I think
it's Jyn Erso.
Jyn Erso, something.
She sounds like she's on the sauce.
Oh yeah.
She sounds like.
But
what do you think?
I like her already. I mean...
Can I just say, did you ever watch a programme called The Worst Witch, I think it was called?
Yes.
When we were young?
Yes.
She was in it.
Was she in that?
She was in it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. We've actually seen her grow up, by the way, because she was in...
Was she in Trouble?
Was that
the main witch?
No. She was the bitch. She was the bitch witch.
Oh,
she was the bitch witch.
What I did say, when I first saw this trailer, like little similarity between...
is it her and Ray?
No, her and the girl that played Velma in the Scooby-Doo movie franchise, the live-action one.
Where the hell did you come out?
I don't know, it was something about her face from one of the scenes of the trailer that I saw, and I thought, you look like that chick that played Velma, but I can't remember the actress's name. So.
Right.
That was just a wee
personally,
for me.
I was a little bit worried, I'm not going to lie, because I feel like it's just Ray Point 2, I'm not going to lie. It's like, alright, a tough talking, smart woman. It's like
certainly we've got this sort of, and I think it's good.
Don't get me wrong. I think it's great scenes. Don't get me wrong. It's great, strong women characters, but it just get to the point where
you don't want to see too many.
No, not just that. It's like I feel like it's just the sake of to keep certain female in the world happy, and it's like it's getting rid of because personally the characters I love, and Luke was that character, was the ones that you kind of looked at Luke and went, "This is supposed to be the guy that's going to save." He was a farm boy. He was pathetic almost, and that's what I mean.
Christ! I mean, all Luke wanted to do was go to the Toshi station and get some power convertment. I mean,
yes.
When you think about your protagonist as being as boring as that's what you want to do with your Saturday night. Go to the Toshi station, get some power converters.
Now we've got this image. Who is Diego Luna? Who I don't know if you ever seen Milk. The film Milk?
I have not. No.
Oh, get that film, because he was really damn good. Now I'm going to go out and say it. I think he's a smuggler.
He looks
Rebel Base. He's got the Han Solo kind of look. He's looking kind of shifty as well.
If we look closely on that the jacket sleeve there, just
the straps
on here, we have got.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the straps.
No, not the straps. We've got the Carillion stripes, similar to the stripes that you see on Han's.
Oh, right. Oh.
Well, I just noticed that there. I mean, when you, I mean, I've only watched the trailer. I've watched it about 3-4 times now, but I've not.
I've seen it. I've seen it a couple times. Yeah.
But looking at that now, looking at stills, that looks like something very similar to the stripes in Han Solo's trousers. Now that's coming from Han Solo's Carillion. So we might be seeing more.
Oh, would it be good? I just realised if he was a Solo, like related, like he was a brother. Imagine if they done that. Because he has got the kind of like...
He's got that,
you know, that kind of
that
smugness. Yes, kind of almost twatish look.
I like the Strepsils, so I'm curious to see what they are.
It is the old, it was like, that's what they used to have, it looked like Strepsils. Now, this is an image, I just wanted to bring it up personally. That droid in the background, for me, there's an image later on, I just want to remember, I think this is going to be her C-3PO.
It looks like...
There's another image, and I'll come up to it, and this is what I feel like, for me, it's going to be, but it's going to be a C-3PO with weapons, I think. Because she's going to have someone with no kind of...
I think it looks like the, if I remember correctly, the IS-800 or 88, the assassin droids.
Oh, right.
If you remember back to when in Empire, when Vader hires the bounty hunters.
The silver one, the tall one,
the tall, skinny silver one next to.
They developed them more in the Clone Wars.
They did.
Remember, they did more. Like,
so I think it was IS or I something 88, and it looks like one of those assassin droids because it's skinny. You've got
that's what I'm thinking about. I just felt like. You know, right, okay, like, now we actually got some action, and I must say, I've no idea what Stormtrooper's doing in the background.
He's chilling.
He's just lying there, I don't care.
But what can we say? We've got the original Stormtroopers back, we've got the armour.
Here
we go, we've got the long blasters, we've got the short blasters, very nice.
I just thought it was quite good, and I wanted to quickly just say, is this Tatooine? I think that looks like Tatooine. Do you not think?
It looks like a sandy planet. Certainly the architecture looks Tatooine. I'd say
I think
door panels certainly Tatooine.
It did look like Tatooine to me, personally. Now this was always a big moment. Do you remember her from Return of the Jedi? Mon Mothma. Played by the same actress that actually played her in Revenge of the Sith. Which I had to look up. I wasn't sure. Guinevere O'Reilly.
Oh.
Fun fact: she was supposed to be in the film, but they cut her scene out. And that's why when I watched it, I was reading up, going, well, I don't remember her in Revenge of the Sith, and I looked up, and it was like there was whole deleted scenes throughout Revenge of the Sith of the Republic joining with Padme, I think I was remember rightly, but they deleted all because George Lucas didn't want actual, story in
Well, I was going to say
in his film. He didn't want actually,
filled the prequels with any more politics, then I think we might have all fallen asleep.
The problem with that was, don't get me wrong, with war comes politics, but he did it too much.
Indeed.
There should have been more war than politics. You got like 5 minutes of war, and then it was just,
but it's nice to see him on the upper back.
Yeah. She looks pretty damn actually close to
you think back to the original trilogy, she looks very similar.
Oh, yeah. Now, also, we get this kind of great shot now for me, that was a nice little tease, and obviously the shadow.
Oh, of course.
And at first I was a bit like, is that another one? I wasn't sure what the shadow was at first. I was like...
I was very curious, I thought that.
Yeah, and then obviously we get the shot of the dish going in. Now, I need to look back on Revenge of the Sith. Was the dish not already on it? Remember, it was constructing. I'm not 100%.
Oh, I'm not sure.
I feel like, because that's an iconic image of the actual dish, I feel like that was already there.
I mean, I suppose they could get around it by saying maybe the dish can do that. Yeah. Maybe it's some sort of venting system.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't see it happen in the original films. Certainly when it's firing rapid fire over Endor, that's Death Star 2 with maybe fix some of the problems. Certainly, it's a fantastic image right there.
This will be interesting. And here's another little image I thought was quite nice. Now, notice these guys. These look like a mix of the Hoth and the Endor kind of suits, which I kind of noticed.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that sort of Endor.
And the Gonk droids, Russell.
Oh, I love the Gonk droids.
Even Force Awakens had the Gonk droid. I love them.
You can't get rid of the Gonk droids. I mean, what do the Gonk droids actually do? We still don't know.
No, we don't. Really.
No, I mean,
you understand what R2, C-3PO, obviously,
C-3PO
different languages now.
R2 can do everything.
Gonk just literally walks about saying Gonk every 5 seconds. And also, like, the pilot suits, I must say.
Pilot suits. Like I said earlier, very nice to see them back.
She's looking great. He's looking great.
If we notice, both holsters very similar to the solo holsters.
In fact, if you actually look at his gun, it almost looks very kind of...
I think they both have D11 blasters, the Han Solo blasters. Going back to these rebels in the corner here, I think it's nice to see that very... Obviously, you don't see a lot of the pure rebel militia. You see them in Hoth, you see a bit of them in Endor, so there's not really a standardised uniform. What we're seeing here is, because the rebels are kind of ragtag, they've got different types, different bits of
well, this is
uniform.
very much the beginning of the rebels. I think that's kind of clear, I feel.
Again, about Yavin 4, we see in the background, again, a lot of that architecture.
I think it is kind of a seating. Now, this I really love this kind of shot. I'm not... Obviously, he's the main villain, played by Ben Mendelsohn, who I really damn like. I've seen him quite a lot.
Yeah, looks good.
Do you remember Dark Knight Rises? Do you remember? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, he's a bit over the top, that film, but I actually do quite like him in many other kind of stuff I've seen him in. And that outfit, frankly,
I think it looks fantastic.
I think
it's a really nice contrast to the usual officer uniforms we see the Empire.
It's very classic looking, but kind of keeping kind of, you know...
It's new, it's fresh, but I mean, look at that white. I mean, you don't see a lot of Empire officer uniforms in the stark white.
No.
So this might be a new.
Well, it's always like, you know, the darker colours.
We've got the grey for the junior officers and the black for the higher officers, but I like it. And very much so.
Now here's just another quick shot of this, the stormtroopers, and obviously we've got some new kind of stormtroopers there at the top there, and also a kind
new
of
vehicle
as well. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
really too sure what it was called there, but here's our first shot of Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker looks fantastic.
Just
quickly.
do you want to go back?
Just quickly go back.
Yeah.
If we look at this and we think back to remember when remember when we first saw some of the vehicles for this is another discussion I've had about this trailer. We see the first vehicles for Phantom, and you see the Naboo Starfighter, and you see the Padme ship, very sleek, very clean, very new. And I think this is the biggest problem Lucas had with the prequels. They made everything far too new. This is going back. We're seeing gritty, we're seeing steam, we're seeing
if anything I can see about this trailer, it's very grey looking. Like it's,
we're seeing a lot of, even in the earlier battle scenes, we see a lot of violence. There's thrown into the air, there's explosions, but we're seeing a gritty Star Wars that is very similar, very close to the original trilogy that we all have been gasping to see.
Well, like I think I said to you earlier, like it feels like it's the prequel we really wanted almost. Seeing what about these rebels and like seeing the Empire really become, because these are all newbies really, you know. In fact, for anything, all these Empire just literally just became clone troopers like what, maybe a couple of years ago still, you know, so they're still, you know,
I mean, they're all still fresh. I mean, this is a,
you know, obviously here I couldn't tell who he is playing or anything from.
He looks
great.
Bounty hunter-ish.
You've
got an element of the sort of. I'm not saying that he looks like he's got Mandalorian armour, but the armour is looking very good. I like the design.
I do feel like I've got a feeling he's probably working on his own. This looks like a guy he doesn't care about anyone. I just get that impression from.
I've got a feeling he's got ties to Felicity Jones's character, certainly.
I think they will. I think they'll have.
Because you see the architecture, it looks almost Tatooine-like.
I think definitely. Cool. So, what do you think these guys? Do you think these are is it the shock troopers or something? I know that there is those kind of like the black kind of stormtroopers, but I wasn't sure.
I've had a think. I remember the Phantom Troopers, the sort of black-clad armour in the Battlefront games. They look very similar to them. They almost look like sort of not getting too close to the bone of history, but they look like death squads. You know, the fire in the background. They look like It's
a nice shot, isn't it? Well, this was the first shot we actually got because it was from the preview. It was.
And we've got some moisture evaporators in the background there that look very much again.
See, this has got to be Tatooine. That's a very Tatooine-looking image of Tatooine. It is. It's just that that's a representing image of Tatooine. You know, I just hope they do more than Captain Phasma.
Oh yeah.
You know. Right, this is what I mean, because we've got this droid again, and they're clearly with, this is what I'm thinking, right, this has surely got to be, and I've also got the feeling, I think this is the moment where they're in the Death Star, and they're
we've got the very stereotypical Imperial architecture, we've got the bright lights, the clean. Obviously, those mouse droids do a lot of cleaning, so you can see it's nice and clean. They look like
everything's clean in Star Wars and ships.
Oh, certainly.
And everything else is just all.
Certainly in the Imperial ships, they make it very, very clean.
Oh yes,
you can see certainly there's some.
An Imperial cleaner.
Like,
that needs to be a toy. I'm surprised George Lucas never done that. That's one thing I'm actually surprised.
What we see in the background there, and between the two of them, is obviously contacts that are just about to run into. And as you see in her hand, what could that be? Death Star plans, methinks, maybe.
Oh yeah,
there's a little circle in the middle of it. Let's not hope it's that obvious, but we know that they get them.
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
that's the thing with this film. This is a film about. What happens, not do they get it, because we know that the Death Star plans make it.
That is the problem with the film. You know what happens, and then that is this like kind of problem you've got.
I think that gives a strange sort of mix to the feeling about it, because you've got the idea that yes, we've got a film that we know the ending, but we've got a film that we're going to see a lot of lore and stuff about the universe that we know about, but haven't seen yet. So I think it's going to be a really nice way to see that.
Now, this image I had to obviously talk about with Donnie Yen bringing in, which I'm pretty damn looking forward to seeing.
I like the look of it.
I think this will be. I think this is going to be like almost a new version of Jedi. I think they're going to bring in, because when you see the way he's fighting all that,
he's got the Jedi style fighting.
Oh yeah, very much so. Well, they've already confirmed there's not going to be any Jedi in this film. It's going to be the first Star Wars film with no any Jedi, which will be interesting.
I think it'll be.
In fact, look at Force Awakens. Bar that looking a bit. Well, okay, right. You've got the Sith, right? But I mean, actual Jedi. It's really bar then you see her using obviously Luke's only in it for a bit. And I think it worked fine with it. You know,
I think although Star Wars, everyone goes Jedi. It's not a series of films that I might get crucified for this, but they don't need the Jedi.
No.
There's a crap
I think
stuff.
the prequels they over bloated it with Jedi.
Oh, I think
that's
so.
the problem.
I think that might have been one of the problems. But going back to the point where you had all the Jedi, and you think, really, you've got all of this power. How are you not able to see such and such? But
it's another one. We got into. There's another quick image I found. It was
That's
a pretty
really good image, actually.
It was really quick though. I was like, honestly, just kept trying to pause. I'm just like, so we got another quick good shot of them, which I think is actually a better shot of them actually than the. Also their guns, which kind of look like flamethrowers almost a little bit, to be honest, which would connect with burning of the. That an earlier one.
What we've got there, we've got it looks like almost a variant of the original classic Stormtrooper blaster. It looks like some sort of almost silenced vent port, but I mean it's a laser blaster. It's always going to make a pew pew noise, but very nice.
Oh, you
blasters.
can't have a pew pew noise. That's barbar.
Very nice blasters indeed.
No, I thought this is it's just a quick, lovely, nice, really
nice shot.
This is a good example of why I love cinematography in films. Like this is just really. Is that burning Y-wing in the back? Is that a Y-wing? I don't know that. I don't think that's a Y-wing.
Well, is it? The back, that kind of looks like a Y-wing engine.
That could be the front. That could be the front. I just wanted to quickly show. I just thought it was a beautiful looking.
It looks incredible.
Shot. Now here we go. This is clearly going to be the Emperor scene. Sorry, because you've got the two Emperor Royal Guards. I'm guessing
Royal Guards. Yep.
No idea who's in the cloak though.
Well,
because it's obviously not going to be him.
No.
Because it's not white. Because it's not obviously white. Yeah, exactly.
Are we going to say it? Are we going to say it might be Vader?
We know Vader's going to be at it. We know they did confirm Vader's going to be at it. But he's not got the hood. And obviously at this point he has all the mask and everything.
Although, could it be somebody coming to Vader? Because those guards were seen with Vader as well.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's a good one. Right, this was obviously the big one. Yeah, we have to talk about. For me, this was the money shot. Just seeing the 80s again, and frankly, also not in snow.
I mean, this is a really nice shot because it also shows that this planet that they're on, wherever they are, so it looks like the same planet that we've just seen Ben Mendelsohn's character walking in the palm trees. We've got. This sort of, it's not Tatooine dust, it's a slightly
that's some
lighter, creamier colour.
There looks like a planet called Hawaii out there. That looks
like a planet called Hawaii.
I just wanted to quick because it just
I think it looks like a brilliant photo. I mean,
really. And obviously, as the last shot of we had of Felicity Jones, which I thought was quite good. Obviously, trying to hint at us, she's going to become bad. I think it's just she's a spy. She's just wearing the outfit and all that. But I think they're going to play a little bit in our minds of, is she going to get turned? Because that was always what the Empire was like. They were good at turning people. I like
this image because it opens up suggestions, and I think like all trailers do, they open up suggestions. But this image, especially, I like. As we can see, the armour, it doesn't look like anything we've seen before.
No, it doesn't.
It's two sort of batons at the back, yeah. But this could be our way onto the Death Star. So it could.
Oh, this looks very kind of. Look at those lights. Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, also she's wearing the kind of. She looks great in it as well. Yeah, she looks. I mean,
it looks like this is hitting towards maybe the way that they go onto the Death Star, or the way that she gets a way to get onto the Death Star. But we've got a really nice image to finish on there. Yeah,
definitely. Well, that was. So did you enjoy it overall?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was a great looking trailer. So you tell us what you guys think. I'm very excited. Yes. You guys tell us what you think. Comment down below. Let us know what you think. Subscribe. Hopefully get some more videos
Click
soon.
that big old like button as well.
But until then, see you later.